What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is DAYZ, and today I'm bringing you the absolute beginner's guide for Deadside in 2021. If you guys are advanced already at the game, obviously this video is not for you, but if you want to freshen up on things that you might have forgotten, then go ahead and watch it anyways, and feel free to like this video and also subscribe if you haven't done so. With that being said, I also wanted to let you guys know about my brand new server for Deadside. It's called the Sallyport. So if you guys want to find that on the server list, you can find it with that name. You guys will need a password, and that password is located in my Discord server, and it's going to be pinned down below in the comment section. I also separated this video into several different parts so that you guys don't have to sit through a super long video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start off with the very basics. This is going to be how to join an actual server. Now it's pretty simple. I've already been in a server myself, so you see that I have a helmet on already. Normally you would not have anything on, you'll just have a t-shirt and your pants. Alright, so first you go to the server, join server button, and you find a server that you want to join. So we'll just find a random server here, one that I haven't been in before, just so that I could show you what it looks like. And you can choose from the filters here how you want to filter it out. If you want to play first person only, if you want to play first or third person, it all depends how you want to set these filters. It's all a personal preference. So once you pick an actual server that you want, you highlight it and then you hit join, or you can just double click on it. Alright, you're going to be taken to the character creation screen, and you're going to pick whichever character you want from here. I'm going to pick this guy, and then you're going to hit create. Alright, once you hit create, it's going to load you into the map. Like I said, you're not going to have anything. You're just going to spawn with a t-shirt and your pants, and you're also going to have a knife and a lighter inside of your inventory. So this is going to be it right here. I just wanted to show you guys how you create your character at first. So remember, every time you join a server for the first time, you will be prompted to create your character, and then you can go ahead and join. So that's it for that part. I'm not going to make it longer than what it needs to be, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so since we're going over the basics, I think it's important that we go over the actual map and how the legend is spread out so you guys don't get lost when you get in the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up the map. And here you'll see, once we scroll out, the entire map area that you'll have access to at some point in the future. But for right now, you only have access to the area that's highlighted in green. Everything else you do not have access to yet. So we're going to focus on this area right now, and we're going to use the legend on the left so that we can know what these icons mean. Alright, so the green icons highlighted in green are going to be your save zones. These areas are going to be highly used by you, so it's very important that you get familiar with where they're at. It's very important that you understand the map and how to get there in case you are running for your life. So make sure you pay attention to where these things are, that way you guys are aware. So there's going to be the safe zone on the north side, and there's going to be one on the south side. These safe zones do have traders that have weapons, they have ammunition, they have clothing, they have helmets. Anything that you guys are going to need, these traders are going to have most of it. Now, I say most of it because there are events, which we're going to talk about in a second, that have a higher tier loot that you guys are going to be interested in. But these traders, for the most part, have some very cool things that you could use in the game. So that's going to be the save zone. Down below the save zone on the legend, you see the red marker. These are going to be your missions. So as you can see on the actual map itself, there are several missions spread out throughout the entire map. These missions all have different difficulty levels, which will tell you if you're going to need some kind of different weapon or if you're going to need more people to come with you. Obviously, the higher the difficulty, the more bots, the more AIs are going to be in the area, and the more difficult it's going to be to complete, especially when you have a server where you have other players trying to fight for the same mission. So keep that in mind. Alright, if we go down below the mission icon, you'll see the event icon. It's going to be in yellow. These icons are going to highlight the helicopter crash, the drop zone, and the trader. Right now we don't have a trader on the map itself, but we do have the drop and we have the helicopter crash. At the moment, you also can see this suitcase right here. This is a convoy, which is another event that was just added to the game with this latest update that was just released. And convoy is soon to be added on here as well. As you can see, there's no icon for it yet, but you can expect it to be here in the future. All right, down below that is going to be the player icon, which you guys know what that is. Tactical markers, this is very important if you guys want to use it. You do have the ability to put down 5 markers at the same time on the map, wherever you want to put it. So the way to do this is you hold down the left shift button and you also click left mouse, and you'll be able to place these markers wherever you want on the map, and it will also tell you the distance that you're at from these markers. So it's very important if you guys want to see what distance you are from a different town, or if you're trying to find someone else. It all depends how you want to use this. It's all up to you. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you close the map, here, let me put my HUD back on. I turned it off. Once you exit out of the map, you guys will be able to see all the icons spread out like this, and the closer you get to it, or the further you get to it, you'll see the numbers change, just telling you the distance that you're at from it. So they're very useful depending on how you want to use them. If you want to take them off your map, you just go ahead and hit the plus sign until they disappear, and your whole HUD will go away. So if you don't want anything on your screen, just make sure you hit the plus sign and they'll disappear. So we'll go ahead and put it back on there, and we'll open back the map. All right, to take these markers off, you just do the same thing. You hit left shift and you go over the icon with your left mouse button and you click it, and they will disappear like so. Very simple, but very effective if you guys know how to use it properly. All right, under the markers, there's going to be the loot stash. These loot stashes is pretty much when you build your containers. You're going to build these containers wherever you're going to put them, and this icon is going to appear, letting you know where you left that stash altogether. So it's important to keep track of where you leave these things. So this icon will only appear when you build yourself a box that you stash your stuff in. The base, same thing as the loot stash. It's only going to appear once you guys actually claim the land. So once you guys claim a piece of land, that's when you guys will see the base marker appear, and this is going to let you guys know where your actual base is. That way you're not guessing. If you guys play SCUM, you really don't know where your base is at. You have to know the map itself and kind of take a wild guess of where it's at. But Deadside fortunately provides us with an icon once you build it, and you're good to go. So that's gonna be it for the map overall with the legend. So you guys know how the map actually works, and now you know how to navigate. Obviously there are towns spread out, there are military bases, so these aren't necessarily all going to be military zones, but they will have some kind of military weapons that you can pick up. So just keep that in mind. Again, these are the cities, and that's going to be it for the actual map itself. In the future, if you guys didn't know, we will have access to these islands here, and I will be making a future video on how I know that is happening, but that is to come. Alright guys, so the final thing for this video is going to be reputation points. Now, what are reputation points and why do you need them? Now, reputation points are very, very important. The reason is because if you die, you're going to want to try and spawn as close as you can to where you died, and that's only done with these points. Now, the only way to get these points is by actually killing other players or AI characters either out on the road or at some of the missions or events. And once you get these dog tags, you can grab them, take them over to one of the traders and sell them for reputation points. Now, these reputation points will give you the ability to spawn at cities all across the map, and this is very useful. You can't just choose a random place. It has to be an actual city for you to be able to choose it as a spawn location. Now, if you guys die in game and you do have these reputation points, the way that you would use them is actually going on the top of the map. Once it appears for you, it's going to give you the option to either spawn at a location or respawn for free, which will not use any of your reputation points. Now, the catch is on the map, you will see your body or a skull with a red icon, pretty much showing where you died, and then you'll see a red radius around your body, pretty much letting you know where you cannot spawn again. So the reason they did this used to be an issue, is that when people used to die, they would be able to spawn pretty close to that radius and pretty much kill the person that killed them before they can loot their body, and it was an absolute nightmare. So this radius was actually put in for that purpose, and now there is that red zone where you can't spawn immediately. You have to actually spawn on the outside of it, and the only way you're going to get as close to this as possible is with reputation points. So that is very important, guys. I don't want you guys to not know how to use that. And again, this is an absolute beginner's guide, and it's not something that's advanced. So if you guys are watching this and you're an advanced player, I'm sorry if you wasted your time, but I did warn you in the beginning. Alright guys, so with that being said, this is the first part of this series, and I do have other videos lined up for you guys. So if you're an absolute beginner, hopefully this was useful. Without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next video.